Thanks for tuning in. To 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
Koulibaly with it. Lets the three fly. Pass to Kamare. Another shot. Back to Ayton. Clock at 4. To the inside. Stolen by Fareed. And now Wembanyama pushing it up with no one back to stop him. Stolen by Chalmers. Here's Ayton. Goes back up. Wembanyama with the rebound. Out to the right wing. Back to Fareed. Pass to Reddish. It's good from long range.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Here's Kamare. Driving inside. Jackson has the open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That's his first foul. Banchero with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Back to Fareed. Shot clock at 6. Can't get it to fall. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Kamare. Over Reddish. Kamare misses. Tries to keep it alive. And right, here we go. And it's blocked. They recover it. The shot by Reddish, no good. Now, Koulibaly. Here's Ayton. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Jackson from long range. They grab their own miss. Lets it go from deep. That shot off.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Inside. The kick out to right. Shoots it up. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Kamare. Over Reddish. And the basket by Kamare. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Right inside. A three from Wembanyama. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Jackson from long range. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Fareed, no good.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Back to Jackson. Rejected by Banchero. Here's Wembanyama for 3. And the 3-ball is good. Wembanyama's got 6.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
And Coulibaly gets it to go.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Banchero. Hasn't made one yet.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Kamare. Outside Jackson. To the middle. Here's Chalmers. And 2 free throws coming. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Kenneth Faried. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
For the away team.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Pass to Wembanyama. Misses the three. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jackson, that's good.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
Right, looking around. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Pass to Wright. So at the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Mario Chalmers picks one up. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2. John Wright.
He's perfect from the line this time. 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Black. Good on the three-point shot. The deep three from Wembanyama. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Up 3. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Chalmers' shot is no good. There's the drive.
He's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. Ellison, no good.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
A nice shot by Black.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
It's stolen by Reddish. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 8 points.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Whitmore. Still without a basket. Here's De Silva.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
And the wide open shot from Reddish. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Offensive rebound. To the left side wing. De Silva. And again, unable to change momentum here. To the paint. Here's Ellison. Pass to Banchero. Here's the floater. And they recover it.
Banchero does a great job of just staying on balance when attacking off the bounce.
Now, here's Chalmers. Down low. And Whitmore throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Oh, my goodness, the slam.
Oh, assisted.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Whitmore. Shot clock at 5. And the 3 off target. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
A shot by Reddish, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to De Silva. Over in the corner, Chalmers. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:51 left to play here in the second quarter. Koulibaly with it. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Koulibaly's got his first 3 points of the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Pass to Mobo. Over to the wing. Puts it up. Here's Black. Knocks down the 3 ball. Black's got 11 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Reddish's shot is good.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Pass to Koulibaly.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for your home team, Koulibaly.
And Koulibaly drops them both. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Mobo. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Here's Ellison. Ellison with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Mobo. Here's Ellison. The teardrop falls in. Ellison's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Up 19. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Now, here's Banchero. He has yet to score. A 3 from Wembanyama. Second chance shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Here's Reddish. Trains the three-pointer. Reddish has got 8.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Wright. Kicks it out to Banchero. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Rebounded by Jackson. Here's Koulibaly. Drills the three-pointer. He has 6.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
A wide open look here for Wright. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Chalmers.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Pass to De Silva. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Here's Kamare. Whitmore defending. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Jackson's got 8.
Hard work pays off for Jackson with the bucket. He makes the effort to be a reliable scoring option for his team.
And they're running. Ayton a screen. To the inside. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ayton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to De Silva. Here's Koulibaly.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Chalmers outside. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. To the left wing. Here's Kamare. Offline with his 3.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And that one's good, Whitmore. Whitmore's got his second basket of the game.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue and to improve as a scorer.
And stolen by Chalmers. Pass to De Silva. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
To the paint. Here's Chalmers. Here's Kamare. Traps in the tray. Kamare's got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Fast break. Here they come. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kamare's got 10.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Koulibaly. His three-pointer's off the mark. He's all alone. Jumps up, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair,
35.
delivering the blowout. And we're... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Black. Pass to Mobo. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's Wembanyama, top of the key. Chalk up two there.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Took him no time at all on that one.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And he gets the bucket.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
There's the pick. Here's Banchero. And it's off from three-point range. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Offensive rebound. Pass to Reddish. Tries again. The kick out to Wright. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Banchero. Reddish grabs the rebound. Fareed, high post. Right outside. Wembanyama outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Knocked away. Stolen by Fareed. Pass to Banchero. That three off the mark. Jacks up a three. Reddish's shot is good. And the home team has possession. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Wembanyama looking it over. Here's Fareed. Back to Wembanyama. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
And here's Chalmers for three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
At the line for the away team.
And he sinks the second.
Taking 3 shots.
And he makes all 3. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Right outside. From deep. He can't get it to go. Chalmers with it. Now guarded by Fareed. There's the screen. Pass to Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Koulibaly. No good on the triple. And here we go. Fast break, and Whitmore's got it. Puts the move on. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Takes the three. Banchero grabs the board. 1:35 left to play here in the fourth. And the dunk by Wright.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Home team ball.
1:19 left here in the fourth quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Ayton. Here's Kamare. Whitmore defending. Chalmers outside. Now here's Jackson. The 3-ball. Good on the triple.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Wembanyama, a screen. From past the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. .43 seconds left in the fourth. Stolen by Fareed. Goes up. Here's Wright. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Mario Chalmers picks one up.
Team foul.
Free throw drops for Wright. And so Wright nails both of them. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Coulibaly. The tray. That shot misses. Now Whitmore. 3-pointer. Hits it from 3-point range. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Here's Coulibaly. Here's Kamare. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily.
Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Ali LaForce, our reporter. Koulibaly on the wing. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
I tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night. Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Wright. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
DeLon Wright knows his role in this offense. Firm understanding of when he's going to be aggressive to make opportunities.
Hayden with a screen. Out to the wing. Jackson on the wing. Clock at 6. From the arc. It's rebounded by Banchero. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
They get the rebound. Pass to Aiden. Puts up a 3. Drains the triple.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's Wright missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pass to Wembanyama. Out to the right wing. To the paint. And he dunks it down.
If you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass. On time, on target.
Jacks up a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Reddish with it. Knocked away. On the break. Here's Kamari. Off target with the 3. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Wright. Outside Reddish. And here's Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Here's Fareed. Banchero left side. Oh, he misses the dunk. And they're on the run. Here's Kamari. And a miss there on the triple.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Right outside. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Right.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Pass to Kamari. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Koulibaly missing. And here they come. Launches a 3. Reddish misses. Here's Kamari. Ayton with a screen. Pass to Jackson. And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
There's a minute 17 left to play in the first. Here's Kamari. Drops in the 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Wembanyama. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
It's such a difficult frame to guard. Wembanyama draws the foul easily.
And Both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Chalmers. Misses the three. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Fareed. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And that one's good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Fareed. Now here's Banchero. Here's Fareed. He has 6. And he makes it. Wembanyama's got 6.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Outside Reddish. Down low. Stolen by Ayton. Here's Chalmers. Off target from three-point range.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
14.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, and if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Here's Kamare. Pass to Chalmers. Knocks it down from distance. Chalmers has got his second basket of the game.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Reddish. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Kept alive. Ayton. Into the lane. Inside. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Ayton's got 5.
This guy has got a dominant physical frame, incredible athleticism. Nice job by DeAndre Ayton inside.
And Caro with it. Picked up by Coulibaly. From outside the arc. And Caro no good. Pass to Chalmers. There's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And here's Wright. From deep, Wembanyama. The rebound by Jackson.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Here's Reddish. Pass to Fareed from 15 feet away. And that's off the glass and in.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
It'll be a turnover. LA team ball. Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Ellison. to the left wing. Here's De Silva. He buries it from 3. De Silva's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Takes the 3, and it's Chalmers missing.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for 2, Mobo.
Good on both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Outside Koulibaly. And he buries his first look. Here's Black. 56 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Reddish. They grab their own miss. Pass to Ellison. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Here's Chalmers. Still no points. He takes it in. Outside Koulibaly. Here's Ellison. Back to Koulibaly. Here's De Silva. Knocks down the triple. De Silva's got 6. Oh, deflected. Back to Banchero. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
At the line for the
The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 5 ticks left to play in the first half. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Drills it from deep.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
The 3 hits the trifecta. He's got 5.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Ellison. Here's Whitmore. Here's De Silva. Second chance effort. It's deflected. And Carroll left side. Fires the 3. Ellison grabs the board. In transition. Jumps up. There's the block. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. About a minute played here in the second half. To the inside. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Chalmers. Give him 8. This one for 3. And no good. Here's Whitmore. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Here's Kamari. From beyond the arc and then some. Kamari's got 6 points. And the visitors call time here. we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Fareed. Right outside. Wembanyama screen. 4-3. And it's right missing. They've been keeping things close.
And now have a chance to jump back on top, B.A.
Here's Coulibaly. Tipped.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on. Improving his ability to knock away shots.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Jackson for three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And Carroll with it. Picked up by Coulibaly. The three from Wembanyama. The shot misses. And they're running. Pass to Coulibaly. To the wing on the left. Ayton with a screen. For the lead. They get it again. Stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Fareed. Launches it. And that one falls. His fifth basket in 7 tries.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Chalmers. Jackson outside. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Three-pointer, no good. Fast break, here we go. Count it. De Silva's got 8.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Right side, Coulibaly. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
From downtown. And that one's good. Jaren Jackson Jr. for 3. He has 6.
Well, this is a multi-skilled big man. DeAndre Ayton's passing better than you think it is.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Chalmers. Still without a bucket. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Coulibaly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Here's Mobo. Here's Black. Fires for 3. Mobo can't hit. Outside Whitmore. Pass to Ellison. Hey, from beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Banchero. Out on his own on the break. Coulibaly with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. On the wing, Whitmore. Back to Coulibaly. Three-pointer. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Mobo. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Now you see the decision-making. Paolo Banchero is so impressive. Comes into the league with that skill and really elevating it.
Stolen. Here's Black. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth.
47.
Leading by 5. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Pass to Banchero. The teardrop. Can't get it to drop. Outside Reddish. To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Reddish. Now Banchero. Pass to Black. It's stolen by Wright. And they're pushing it up. The shot. A quick shot there. It's off target. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Just a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Bancaro outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mobo. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Bancaro. Back to Reddish. Right outside. From behind the arc. Offensive board. Beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
Here's Ellison. Ooh, poked away. Reddish with it. Picked up by Reddish. Back to Reddish. Fires, high post. The shot no good. Reddish on the wing. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Lets the three fly. Gets the three to fall. Reddish has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
The three from Wembanyama. The rebound by Jackson. Bancaro outside. And it goes straight through with a swish.
Yeah, there's not much Bancaro can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Ayton with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. The three from Bancaro. At the arc. Bancaro finds his mark.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Right outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to right. Outside Wembanyama. Oh, who else? Wembanyama.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
And they take the lead. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Right, the open look. And right on target. Wright's got 5 points now this quarter.
DeLon Wright with a jump shot looking fluid right now.
Here's Coulibaly. Nails it from three.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Back to Wright. Coulibaly with it. Now Wright defending. And here's the fast break. .103 left in the fourth quarter here. The three from Ayton. Fareed grabs the board. Back to Reddish. Wembanyama screen. The three ball. Oh, he buried the three.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. Uncovered. Yes!
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
The home team calls timeout. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look if that's at all possible.
Here's Koulibaly. Jackson, the screen. Pass to Aiden. The three. And buries it from deep.
But DeAndre Ayton is engaged, he's focused, and he delivers a clutch bucket.
Wembanyama screen. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. What a performance they had here at home today.
So the Bronx will get the first possession. Banchero outside. Chalmers outside. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's James. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the three. Bronx grabs the miss. Now Koulibaly. Banchero with the screen. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Chalmers outside. There's the lob to Jackson. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
It's stolen by Banchero. From deep. McBride's shot is off. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paulo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
You know, Chalmers can certainly be a playmaker, but he doesn't need the ball in his hands to make an impact. He's a solid defender and a really good spot-up shooter.
And McBride gets it to go.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And there's the drive. Pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. And that's out of bounds. El Paso will keep it.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Offensive rebound. Jackson. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And stolen by Ayton. And here's Chalmers from the arc. And the Bronx, another three.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now, here's Chalmers. On the wing, Koulibaly. 4 on the shot clock. El Paso needs to get the shot off here. Jackson misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
El Paso trails by 10. Here's Ayton. The kick out to LeBron. Ayton, the screen. To the middle. Swiped it away. Fast break, the Bronx. Shoots the three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bronx.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
Second team foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside for Jackson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Pass to Koulibaly. Ayton the screen. Oh, Ayton in position. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
The three from Chalmers. Here's Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Ayton hits them both. And so it's Chalmers with it. He'll bring it up for El Paso. Down by 15. There's the lob to Jackson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Now, here's Banchero. He has yet to score. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's McBride. 5 points in the game. Drains it from beyond the arc. McBride's got 8 points.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Banchero outside. Takes the three. Seconds left. And finished off by Banchero.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
The tray. Another miss by Banchero.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself, couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
Here's Mobo. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Mobo's got his first 2 points.
Boy, just a simple feed that time by Mario Chalmers finding the open man.
Here's Koulibaly.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's foul number 2 for him. El Paso making a switch here. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Ayton a screen. And LeBron throws it down.
Superb work in the pick and roll that time by LeBron James. Such a pro at executing in these sets. Takes advantage of whatever mistake the defense makes.
Here's Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Drives to the hoop, and it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. 2 on the clock. Back to Chalmers. Second shot opportunity. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Bronx leading by 19. Chalmers outside. Bancaro outside. To the inside. Ayton. They get it back. For the three. And it's Bancaro missing. El Paso trails by 19. And out of bounds as the Bronx gains possession. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Fires for three.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Ayton. 6 to shoot. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Ayton a screen. And he drives in. Back to Chalmers. From downtown. Down low. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Inside. Pass to McBride. Second chance shot. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. El Paso trails by 19. Chalmers outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Ayton.
Yeah, I think the credit belongs to Chalmers there, doing a nice job drawing the foul.
And that one misses.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. The Bronx leading by 19 points. Daniel from outside. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. There's 38 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Ellison. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. El Paso, they made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. Good on both. 34 seconds left in the first half. Arenas with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Pass to Reddish. Down low. Mobo. Beyond the arc. The shot by Reddish, no good. Three-pointer, Daniels. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for El Paso. Pass to Reddish. Back to Chalmers. There's the pick. Here's Ellison. And taken away by Arenas. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Stolen away. And that's out of bounds. The Bronx will retain possession. He takes it in. El Paso grabs the miss. Fast break El Paso. Here's Ellison. And it's blocked. They get it back. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Reddish. Chalmers outside. 5 to shoot. And Chalmers slams it in.
Excellent finish from Chalmers that time. I love when he goes up strong like this.
Now Daniels. Mobo with the rebound. El Paso trails by 20. Here's Reddish. Here's Ellison. And that one is hammered home.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Here's Rizachet, still without a basket. Driving in. That shot is off. The Bronx leading by 16. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
He just bangs down the one hand.
2 very easy points right here.
We'll take those all day long.
And Chalmers slams it in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Lets it go with the 3. Chalmers' shot is no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The offensive rebound. Outside for Arenas. Pass to Daniels. Nice ball movement there by the Bronx. Here's Dunn. El Paso grabs the miss.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Alex Song. El Paso, they made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Bronx leading by 17. And Rizachet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Banchero, that's good.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
1:10 left here in the third quarter. Driving inside. Here's Chalmers. Chalmers knocks it loose. Jackson with the screen. Tries again. A special move before the shot. Jackson's got 8 points.
What agility there. Look how quick Jackson moves after setting the screen. Perfect execution.
Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one fast break. Here's LeBron. LeBron right to the finish.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the basket by Chalmers.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And stolen by Eaton. Fast break, here we go. Here's McBride. Botches the slam dunk finish. Here's Jackson. And it's in! buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Bronx leading by 15. Now McBride buries the long-range jumper. McBride's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Bronx. Now here's Chalmers. There's the lob to Jackson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
To the inside. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Chalmers outside. There's the three. Rebounded by DeAndre. Here's the Bronx. From outside the arc. Chalmers' shot is no good. Stolen by Chalmers. To the paint. And it's Banchero missing. El Paso trails by 18. Fires it up. Here's LeBron. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's just LeBron being physical, explosive, and effective, earning an extra possession for his team.
Here's Chalmers. Rebound by Mario Chalmers.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. There's the screen. The Bronx leading by 14. Puts up a deep three. That shot off. And it's El Paso with the ball. Swiped away. Pass to McBride. And James pulls it down. They get a hand on it. Pass break the Bronx. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
What a game for this man. Mario Chalmers putting on a show.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. It's deflected.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Outside Jackson. To the middle. Here's Ellison. Some solid defense from 8. Looking to get it going. And finished off by Banchero.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
They get the rebound. Here's James. A putback. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Here's McBride. And the three ball is good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And here's Chalmers for 3. And another miss by El Paso. Here's the Bronx. They're on a 14-6 run. To the paint. Here's Koulibaly.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Jackson with the screen. And the basket by Chalmers. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Here's Chalmers. Banked in off the glass.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
And close to making the defense pay.
Oh, my goodness! That is breathtaking. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's James. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Mario Chalmers picks one up.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
And he's good on the second. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Off on that one. So no problem for the Bronx as they get the win. And the outcome of this one.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here we go. And the Bronx with possession here. Ayton with a screen. The three from Banchero. Right side McBride. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility. And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
And the Bronx with possession here. El Paso getting their last shot to go.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Rim protection and shooting, so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the three-point contest one day. Now, here is James. Clock at 6. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. And they're on the break. Up the floor. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, sticking it to them inside. Good luck throwing Ayton off when he attacks like this.
And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Just over a minute and a half in. Poke loose. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. James deciding where to go with it. James tips it back in.
Yeah, you can tell LeBron understands the game. He knows a pick is all he needs to beat the D.
Pass to Ayton. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Knocked loose. Here's Chalmers. From outside, off the mark. Here's El Paso now. They trail by 1. James, outside. Jackson, the screen. 4-3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
Pass to Ayton. Back to McBride. The three is up. The rebound by Jackson.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Chalmers missing. And the Bronx with possession here. The three from Banchero. Offensive rebound. Outside McBride. Here's Coulibaly. James with the block.
Sending it right back. LeBron fears no one.
And the Bronx with possession here. From deep. McBride can't get it to go. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Ayton with a screen. From behind the arc. And that one's good. Coulibaly. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Chalmers. Nails it from 3. Chalmers has got 5.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Aiden gets it to go.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Jackson, left side. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
And the Bronx with possession here. Trailing by 2. And Caro outside. And he cranks it down right on top of DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Jackson on the wing. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Here's Jackson. Second chance shot. Here's Ayton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. El Paso on top, leading by just 2. And we'll get this. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at El Paso's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
This one for 3. A nice shot by McBride.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Jackson outside. From outside the arc. James outside. Back to Ayton. Unable to get that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. And rejected. And they'll keep possession. Up top, Banchero. Pass to Chalmers. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
And that one's good. Chalmers.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Pass to James. On the take. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jaren Jackson picks one up. The Bronx shooting their first free throws of the game now. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
They get it back. James outside. They set the screen. Oh, James pounding the boards.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Ooh, Ayton with the block. Ball stolen. Coulibaly with it. Picked up by Coulibaly. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
McBride. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
My goodness, that is how you attack a bigger defender.
Coulibaly up top. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. And Caro no good. Here's El Paso now. Coulibaly on the wing. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
And Carroll the screen. Here's Chalmers. 7 points in the game. Pass to Coulibaly. Fires from deep. Mobo with a rebound. So it's El Paso now. Outside Coulibaly. Here's Mobo. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. They get the rebound. Banchero surveys. Pass to Coulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. Blocked! And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution for El Paso.
Here's White. Pass to Mobo. Oh, they pick off the pass. And here comes the break. Here's McBride. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Black. Pass to Fry. Here's Mobo. Here's Rizachet. Defended by Dunn. 6 on the shot clock. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Rizachet's future in this league. His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosive... This can jumpstart a team. Here's Black. There's a screen. Pass to Ellison. 5 to shoot. And a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Reddish. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
First team foul.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Pass to Sarr. Here's Arenas. And there's the screen. The 3 is up. They grab their own miss. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
Lets it go from deep. Here's Mobo. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected. Pass to Arenas. Here's Sarr. Ooh, it's stolen away. Reddish with it. Taken away. It's a one-on-one situation. And he dunks it down.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Ricochet, no good. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Done with it. Here's Sarr. And the shot is good off the backboard. Sarr's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If that jumper could become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Kept alive. Out to the right wing. Deflected. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Sarr. The three. On the wing, Daniels. Takes a three. No luck on that one. Here's El Paso now.
Marquise Daniels. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Black. They set the pick. To the inside.
You tried to thread it inside, but just too much congestion.
Here's Daniels. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And the second free throw is good.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Done with a steal. On the break. Here's Mobo. And that one is stuffed right through.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Here's Black. Inside. Mobo can't hit. The Bronx leading by 3. Here's Daniels. A quick shot there. It's off target. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor. Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, BA.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Arenas knocks it down from distance. Arenas has got 5 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Sarr. Back to Daniels. They set the pick. Pass to Sarr. There's the block. Here's Mobo. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's McBride. Hayden with a screen. Fires for 3. Hits the three-pointer.
Rock-solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's James. It's blocked. Bancaro takes it. Oh, Bancaro throws it down.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Bancaro just throw it down. Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Jackson, the screen. Oh, it's stolen. Fast break, here we go. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, and Ayton read the play perfectly and got out in front of it for the score off the break.
James, left side. LeBron, a smooth operator inside.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Bancaro outside. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Bancaro has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton tucks it last.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And Ayton gets it to go.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
James can't get it to go. And it's the Bronx's ball. They're on a 17-4 run. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Ayton is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
Ayton hits them both. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Chalmers. And he can't jam it through.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Down low. Here's Jackson. And he banks in the layup.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Here's Chalmers. The Bronx again can't hit.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And stolen by Bancaro. To the right side. Pass to Ayton. Outside McBride. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton.
Second personal foul.
That'll be a second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's McBride. And here's Bancaro. Intercepted.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
Here's Chalmers. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far. Knocks it loose. The Bronx leading by 12. The three. That shot is off.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Oh, Bancaro throws it down.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions. Don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Pass to Chalmers. Screen by James. 6 to shoot. Outside Koulibaly. Off target with the 3. And James has got the ball here for El Paso. They trail by 14. Here's Koulibaly. Some solid defense from Koulibaly. And Bilal Koulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
The 3 from Banchero. No good. So we see the Bronx get the win here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this build...
CLA.